Welcome, Capricorn. I'm Brenda, and I'm here today to bring you your Angel Tarot and Oracle reading for the month of January 2019. Happy New Year, all my beautiful Capricorns. As you know, this is a general reading, and if you want clarity, accuracy, or answers to any questions, I welcome you again to go to my website. There you'll see the services that I offer and how to schedule either a private reading with me or a Reiki healing session. Thank you all for your interest in my channel and for viewing, liking, sharing, and subscribing to these videos. Please be sure to click the bell button next to subscribe, and then you will be immediately notified when these free messages and readings come out on YouTube. So, my beautiful Capricorns, let's get on with our reading here today for the month of January. So, right now, the all-over energy that you've got is coming from the Four of Air. And this, my friend, is the Four of Swords. And what this is telling me is that some of you may have been dealing, the all-over energy is you've been dealing with because you've got the three all in a row in alignment here. What's on your mind and what you're working towards to clear out. So with the Four of Air, it's telling me that you've had a lot of issues to do with justice, to do with legal issues, to do with, leveling the playing field when you're dealing with people that are judging you or calling you up on the platform to defend yourself and explain yourself for anything in your life. It can pertain to any part of your life. But right now I'm seeing that you guys are really feeling the all-over energy here is you're a little bit depleted and you're a little bit tired this January from dealing with these legal issues, dealing with these justice issues, dealing with being judged, dealing with having to explain yourself over and over and over all the time. So I do see some of you wish that you could just run away and take a vacation. Now, this also represents that, you might win the battle, but is it worth it in the end? Okay, so if you're dealing with issues, with people around you where, you've had a debate, you've had an argument, you've had a little bit of a disagreement, and you've had to fight for your rights, okay? You've had to stand up there really, really hard, Capricorn. And then at the end of the day, you won, but you turned around and you looked and you said, well, was it really worth it? Okay, I want you to think about that, okay? That's the all-over energy here. And I do see some of you want to run off and take a vacation. It's escapism. You've had so much, you're tired, you're depleted, and right now you may not have the resources, the time, or effort to take that vacation. So please take yourself to the alternative vacation, which is meditation. Take yourself to the silence, my friends. Sit there and think about what's going on so that you can balance yourself and align yourself properly on your path to deal with any challenges coming in that may have to do with justice. So your all-over energy is circulating around perhaps a legal issue this month that may be a residual brought in from the other months, and you're dealing with justice and judgment here, okay? So let's go on to what's on your mind. Well, what's on your mind, you've got the Seven of Air, and that tells me that someone around you don't trust. Someone's doing something that isn't honest. They have to look over their shoulder. You feel like something's been taken away from you or is going to be taken away from you. This is what you're thinking. I don't trust them. I think they've taken something from me. They've stolen something from me, and having to look over their shoulder all the time. Okay. So this is telling me that, any plans that you've been making right now, there may be a problem here with this individual, with this, Seven of Swords and the Seven of Air. There's more going on behind that meets the eye, having to look, turn around and notice what's going on in the background. Maybe there's things that you didn't accomplish, things that you didn't get that you should have got. And you're thinking, well, I've got this, but is it enough? Okay, so that's what this is about. There may be more going on in the background than meets the eye. And if you go ahead with these plans that you're making, it may be poor timing. So keep that in mind, okay? I want you to make sure you've got all the information you need. If you're dealing with a legal issue or you're dealing with justice or you're dealing with a situation, you need to have all the information. So look over your shoulder, turn around, and make sure you've crossed all your T's and dotted your I's before you go through with any plans. Because if you jump in and you don't have yourself prepared and in alignment and balance, it's poor timing. Now, let's see what you're working towards. Well, you're working towards removing yourself, basically, and leaving things behind in your past that didn't serve you, okay? You're moving on. You're not sure exactly where you're going to end up, but this is the process, and this is the beginning of you moving on, okay? Moving on in a new direction. Realizing that you need to leave things behind that are no longer serving you. Now, this is not a negative reading, okay, Capricorn? I don't want you to think, wow, she's giving me all these legal cards, these justice cards, these judgment cards. Wow, this isn't a very, uplifting reading. But it is, okay, because you have an option here. Things are looking up. That's what this is talking about. If you decide to pull the plug and move in a different direction, whether it's physically to another part geographically on the planet, whether it's to leave a relationship, whether it's to leave people behind that are not in alignment with you, that are not growing with you, if it's a situation in your life that you were dealing with that wasn't bringing you, your joy, your bliss, fulfillment, and allowing you your growth on your path, then you got to move forward. This is the ending of that situation. You've realized now it's coming to an end. So the positive part of these cards is that things are looking up now, my friend, okay? It's the end of this difficult situation. Some of you may want to go and take a trip. We talked about that here. We talked about, wanting to get away. You're exhausted dealing with these issues, and you just want to get away and say, I want to clear my head. I want to go sit on the beach, put my feet in the water, and watch the world go by. I do see some of you will be taking a trip, okay? And it will be over a large body of water, or perhaps some of you are actually going on a sailing trip or on a cruise of some sort. I do see water and you being in a boat. So I do see some of you are going to be able to do that. This will come to an end. It's talking about it right now. So this was the all over energy, and I was right here with all these air cards here, dealing with justice and judgment and perhaps legal issues. So this is about things coming to an end now. This is what you're working towards, and I do see this coming to fruition, and it will come to an end, and I do see some of you will actually be going on a trip. So let's see what's going to benefit you. Well, what's going to benefit you is the Cups card, is the Three of Water. And this is a celebration. This is when this is over, okay? You are now going to be able to celebrate. This is this beautiful celebration card. And this is basically, they refer to this celebration perhaps as a commitment in marriage, a wedding, a graduation, an engagement, a birth announcement. All these things that you can celebrate in life around you, those joyous, beautiful, blissful, wonderful moments. And the cups bring that in. The water brings that in. Those are the signs of, emotion and relationships and abundance coming in that form with love. So I do see some of you, if you do not get the commitment, if you do not receive that invitation to get married or a commitment being asked and coming into the equation of a romantic relationship, perhaps you're going to get an invitation. If you're not the one having a baby or a baby coming into your family, it will come in the form of an invitation, either via, email or, slow snail mail, whatever. But I do see that you will be celebrating. You're going to be having fun, Capricorn. It's time, okay? This is what's going to benefit you, is being more lighthearted, having fun, relaxing, and spending it with people that you enjoy being around in their company. Now, let's see what your future opportunities are. Well, you've been given, so look at this, one on each side of all this turmoil that you've been dealing with. You are being given the Four of Water, and this is about basically your future opportunities. Well, some of you may be, crying in your spilt milk, thinking about, well, this is that card that's kind of got a double edge to it. You're being offered something, but you can see that there's more that you can have and attain. You're looking at the Three Cups that you want, and they're only offering you one. So this is about compromise in situations or any offers or opportunities coming into you, Capricorn. Don't get greedy or, want everything, because often when we're given an offer, we don't always get 100% of what we want. It's about compromise. It's about cooperation. It's about being a little more compassionate and understanding, well, it's there. I could get it, but right now I'm being offered this. So don't bite the hand that feeds you, okay? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth is the message I want to give you. You feel like you may be missing an opportunity right now. Some of you may be in a situation where, you could be stagnant. It could be in your place of profession. It could be in a relationship. It could be, actually the energy around you. So you need to clear that out, okay? Because you need to open your eyes to any new possibilities coming in. And that's looking here, okay, with this offer that you see here. Keep your eyes open for the other possibilities down here coming into you. Some of you may be getting offers coming into you. Some of you, and it may be numerous offers. So I want you to do the research. I want you to look at them very carefully. Should you be getting an offer? Okay, think about that. Right now, you feel like you're missing an opportunity and you're discontented and bored and you want to move on. If you feel that way, then you have to look at the whole picture. Okay, let's see how you feel about this whole situation that's going on right now. Well, you've been given release, which actually is the Devil card in the tarot. And this is telling me that, and it's not a bad card. I mean, it is an egotistical card. We think the ego wants to take the equation and step in here and have power. Somebody may be wanting to have power over you. Someone in a relationship may be dominant. They may be domineering. They may be possessive. They may lack so much self-confidence that they always turn the story around and make you feel like the bad guy. That's what ego does, okay? Now, you have to look at this. Some of you maybe feel that you're chained down to a situation. You're chained to a situation. You feel like you can't move forward. It's like every time you go to move, you get yanked back because the chain yanks you back. So that's the way I always like to analyze the Devil card. But I do see that this release means you're moving on. You're going to break free of these chains. This is how you've been feeling, okay? This is how you've been feeling about a situation. That's what this card means. That's what in this reading means right here. So, but it is the end of this phase or situation. It's going to go away, okay? It's starting now to leave your path. And it's going to be transformation for some of you Capricorns. It's almost going to be like you've had this epiphany of spiritualism walk into your life. But now is the time. It's the right time for you to move on. Some of you, it may be in a relationship, okay? You've had a lot of emotional water cards here, relationship cards here. This is moving on. This may have been all correlated to a relationship in a marriage or a connection, a partnership, whether in a love relationship, a friendship, or a business connection. So I do see that, you're going to release, you're going to let go, you're going to move on, and it's now going to be the end of this situation or a phase in your life that you have been dealing with. Because they tell me it's time. It's the perfect time for you to move on. And that's how you're going to get rid of this feeling of being trapped and bound and chained down, okay? It's going to be total freedom. It's going to be wonderful transformation. Now, let's see the advice you're going to get from the tarot. Okay, let's see. Well, you've got the Ace of Water, and that, my friend, is the Ace of Cups. It's a beautiful card. New love coming in. Perhaps this was all circulating around you leaving a bad relationship and moving on to the one you truly want to be with. A new love in your life. And this is an offer coming in from someone of love, affection, and that emotion. So this is a beautiful card. And this is, this is what the tarot's telling you. I mean, I do see some of you are falling in love. You're meeting someone new, and that's what this is referring to. This is beautiful. And I do see that if some of you have been in a long relationship where things have been bumpy and haven't been working out, you're dealing with that now, okay? Some of you may have been taking marital counseling. Some of you just maybe stopped and looked at each other and said, we need to communicate. We've been busy. We haven't been doing this. We're not happy. So, I do see the success of this coming in. It will be the resurgence of a long-standing relationship, okay? Now, it could be someone from your past is coming in with this offer of love, too, that you've not connected with in a very long time, but you've always wondered and had feelings about them. It can also refer to a new brand new person coming in. But again, they talk about growth, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition. You're tapping in now. You've taken a long look at things that haven't worked for you, Capricorn, in the past. And now you're going to say, you know what? I got to tweak my plans. I want to be happy. So what is it I have to do? Well, it's moving on in a new direction oftentimes. So now others of you, I see you are physically and literally moving to a new home. Wow, Capricorn, how exciting. Now, let's see what your hopes and fears are. Well, you've got the High Priestess. And again, she's a High Priestess, in the regular rider deck. And, I always look at the B and the J. Everybody assesses and analyzes and, interprets cards in their own way when it comes to graphically looking at it. And, I do see that, there have been struggles here. But you have choices. And the High Priestess, she's amazing. How she does keep secrets to herself. She holds her cards close to her heart. And she only speaks the things she knows she should. And when she should. So keep things to yourself. If you're ready to make this move and, you don't want the whole world to know about it, that's what this is telling you. Keep your cards close to your heart and some information. Listen to your own intuition, okay? That's what this is about, being guided by your inner intuition, okay? Soul searching here. Now, while you're doing this, you need to have patience. Okay, and carefully consider what you want before acting. Before you take that leap of faith, my friend, in whatever endeavor, project, direction in life you're going, especially if it's a direction in life, which is, life-changing and altering, make sure you know 100% and carefully what it is you want before you act on it, okay? Now, the result card. Well, you've been given the only fire card in the whole deck, and it's an amazing card. I have to tell you, things are turning around and working out in your favor, Capricorn. Beautiful way to have this month end and this reading end. You've been given the Four of Fire. And fire cards have to do with self-development, and they're all about new growth. They're all about you being ready now to take action and make yourself happy. Only we can make ourselves happy, and only we can do those things and move in that direction to have that occur. So I do see that it's the right time for you to take action, Capricorn, and you're going to, okay? So you've only had one of these in your deck, and it's beautiful. And this is all about looking ahead. This is all about celebrating. And 9 out of 10 times, it is about a marriage. It is about a wedding. It is about a bonding, a commitment. It is about, being with those that we love and feel comfortable with and want to be around. It's sharing in that beautiful, beautiful joy. So I do see that, you're going to be able to experience contentment, peace, and abundance coming into you in those departments in your life. I do see you're going to have a happy home life. And it will also be the successful completion of a project that you've been working on. Something that you've been working on. I mean, all of these issues here with these air cards perhaps are what we're talking about here. These relationships, you've had 3 justice cards and legal cards, and you've had 3 relationship cards here. Moving on, okay, releasing and letting go what doesn't serve you anymore, realizing that, and at the end of the day, you've got what you want. You have succeeded. It's been a struggle. Yeah, I get it. But this is an amazing outcome. Well done, Capricorn. Now, let's see what the final messages are from the, your guides, your angels, and the universe and divine sources that be. What are the messages that you're getting here? Well, this one here is answers from your angels. Look at, stop worrying. You have no need to worry. Okay, there's been a lot of issues here for some of you. I do see that. Some of you have been troubled about relationships. Some of you have been troubled with legal and justice issues. But stop worrying because things are working out. We already assessed that with the final outcome and result card. This is great. Stop the worry, my friend. Now, let's see what your daily message is here. Have confidence. Okay, so this tells me, of course, you've had a lot of issues, some of you here, between relationships and with justice issues. So now you can have the confidence to move forward, okay? Hold your head up high. You've worked hard towards this endeavor. And at the end of the day, it's worked out. Okay, it's worked out beautifully. Some of you will be getting that commitment. Some of you will be getting engaged or married. Some of you will be bonding or, signing of contracts. Some of you may be taking on a partner when it comes to business as well, knowing that this is for the greater good. Okay, this is all for the greater good, and it's going to work out in your favor. Well done, Capricorn. What a beautiful, beautiful month of January reading. Keep in mind, it is a general. Not every single card will resonate with every person in the universe. But if you want a private reading with me, you know where to find me. I wish you a great remainder to this beautiful month of January 2019, where there's going to be changes coming in, where we're going to be evolving, where we're going to be, moving on in a more positive direction. The shift is positive, my friends. So please, here's our heart. Look at these relationships here. The divine has just made me do this today. I've never done this before in a reading. So know that the love is all around you. You have the support, Capricorn. At the end of the day, you're going to get all this beautiful abundance coming into you in these aspects of your life. New love and old love coming in. Working those issues out here, okay, with justice. So I'll see you in February. And I want you to know, all my beautiful Capricorns, that I will continue to stand in that circle of light for you, my friends.